The biggest challenge in robotics is, the biggest challenge in AI overall is, what is your data strategy? And your data strategy has to be, that's where a great deal of research and a great deal of technology goes into. In the case of robotics, human demonstration, just like we demonstrate to our children or a coach demonstrates to an athlete, you demonstrate using teleoperations. You demonstrate to the robot how to perform the task, and the robot can generalize from that demonstration, because AI can generalize and we have technology for generalization. You can generalize from that one demonstration other techniques. What if you want to teach this robot a whole bunch of skills? How many different teleoperation people do you need? Well, it turns out to be a lot. And so what we decided to do was use AI to amplify the human demonstration systems. And so this is essentially going from real to real and using an AI to help us expand, amplify the amount of data that was collected during human demonstration to train an AI model. Let's take a look.
The age of generalist robotics has arrived, with breakthroughs in mechatronics, physical AI, and embedded computing. Just in time, as labor shortages limit worldwide industrial growth. A major challenge for robot makers is the lack of large-scale, real, and synthetic data to train models. Human demonstrations aren't scalable, limited by the number of hours in a day. Developers can use NVIDIA Cosmos physical AI World Foundation models to amplify data. Groot Dreams is a blueprint built on Cosmos for large-scale synthetic trajectory data generation, a reel-to-reel data workflow. First, developers fine-tune Cosmos with human demonstrations recorded by teleoperation of a single task in a single environment. Then, they prompt the model with an image and new instructions to generate dreams, or future world states. Cosmos is a generative model, so developers can prompt using new action words without having to capture new teleop data. Once a large number are generated, Cosmos reasons and evaluates the quality of each dream, selecting the best for training. But these dreams are still just pixels. Robots learn from actions. The Groot Dreams blueprint generates 3D action trajectories from the 2D dream videos. This is then used to train the robot model. Groot Dreams lets robots learn a huge variety of new actions with minimal manual captures. So a small team of human demonstrators can now do the work of thousands. Groot Dreams brings developers another step closer to solving the robot data challenge.
So in order for robotics to happen, you need AI. But in order to teach the AI, you need AI. And so this is really the great thing about the era of agents, where we need a large amount of synthetic data generation, robotics, a large amount of synthetic data generation, and skill learning called fine-tuning, which is a lot of reinforcement learning, and enormous amount of compute. And so this is a whole era where the training of these AI, the development of these AI, as well as the running of the AI, needs an enormous amount of compute. Well, as I mentioned earlier, the world has a severe shortage of labor. And the reason why humanoid robotics is so important is because it is the only form of robot that can be deployed almost anywhere brownfield. It doesn't have to be greenfield. It could fit into the world we created. It could do the tasks that we made for ourselves. We engineered the world for ourselves, and now we could create a robot that fit into that world to help us. Now, the amazing thing about human robotics is not just the fact that if it worked, it could be quite versatile. Most of the robotic systems we've had so far are too low volume. And those low volume systems will never achieve the technology scale to get the flywheel going far enough, fast enough, so that we're willing to dedicate enough technology into it to make it better. But humanoid robot, it is likely to be the next multi-trillion-dollar industry. And the technology innovation is incredibly fast. And the consumption of computing and data centers, enormous. But this is one of those applications that needs 3 computers. One computer is an AI for learning. One computer is a simulation engine where the AI can learn how to be a robot in a virtual environment, and then also the deployment of it. Everything that moves will be robotic. As we put these robots into the factories, remember, the factories are also robotic. Today's factories are so incredibly complex. This is Delta's manufacturing line, and they're getting it ready for a robotic future. It is already robotics and software defined, and now in the future, there will be robots working in it. And as a fleet, as a team, working together in a factory that is also robotic, we have to give it Omniverse to learn how to work together. And that digital twin, you now have a digital twin of the robot, you have a digital twin of all of the equipment, you're gonna have digital twin of the factory. Those nested digital twins are gonna be part of what Omniverse is able to do. This is Delta's digital twin. If you look at it too closely, you think that it's in fact photographs. These are all digital twins. They're all simulations. They just look beautiful. The image just looks beautiful, but they're all digital twins. This is Pegatron's digital twin. This is Foxconn's digital twin. This is Gigabyte's digital twin. This is Quanta's. This is Wistron's. TSMC is building a digital twin of their next fab. As we speak, there are $5 trillion of plants being planned around the world. Over the next 3 years, $5 trillion of new plants. Because the world is reshaping, because reindustrialization moving around the world, new plants are being built everywhere. This is an enormous opportunity for us to make sure that they build it well and cost effectively and on time. And so putting everything into a digital twin is really a great first step and preparing it for a robotic future. In fact, building that $5 trillion doesn't include a new type of factory that we're building. And even our own factories, we put in a digital twin. This is the NVIDIA AI factory in a digital twin. Kaohsiung is a digital twin. There are already hundreds of thousands of buildings, millions of miles of roads. And so, yes, the digital twin. Let's take a look at all of this.
Taiwan is pioneering software-defined manufacturing. TSMC, Foxconn, Wistron, Pegatron, Delta Electronics, Quanta, Weewin, and Gigabyte are developing digital twins on NVIDIA Omniverse for every step of the manufacturing process. TSMC with MedAI generate 3D layouts of an entire fab from 2D CAD and develop AI tools on CUOP that can simulate and optimize intricate piping systems across multiple floors, saving months of time, plan new facilities and production lines virtually prior to physical construction, saving millions in costs by reducing downtime. Pegatron simulates solder paste dispensing, reducing production defects. Quanta uses Siemens Teamcenter X with Omniverse to analyze and plan multi-step processes. Quanta simulate power and cooling efficiency of test data centers with Cadence Reality Digital Twin. And to develop physical AI-enabled robots, each company uses its digital twin as a robot gym to develop, train, test, and simulate robots. Whether manipulators, AMRs, humanoids, or vision AI agents, as they perform their tasks, or work together as a diverse fleet.
My entire keynote is your work. It's so excellent. Well, it stands to reason that Taiwan, at the center of the most advanced industry, the epicenter where AI and robotics is going to come from, it stands to reason that this is an extraordinary opportunity for Taiwan. This is also the largest electronics manufacturing region in the world. And so it stands to reason that AI and robotics will transform everything that we do. And so it's really quite extraordinary that for one of the first times in history, that the work you do has revolutionized every industry, and now it's going to come back to revolutionize yours. At the beginning, I said that GeForce brought AI to the world. And then AI came back and transformed GeForce. You brought AI to the world. AI will now come back and transform everything that you do. It's been a great pleasure working with all of you. Thank you.